Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I am Karen Boone. I'm a State Farm Insurance Agency owner in Raleigh, but today I'm hanging out on Maynard Road with Master Rondé. Rondé McKee is the owner of the White Tiger Taekwondo Studio. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me. Okay, so Master Rondé, what was your inspiration? What inspired you to want to own a beautiful martial arts studio?
Well, that was never the original goal. The goal first was just to train myself. And then my life just kind of evolved that way. I ended up going professional and moved to South Korea.
Oh, wow.
When I was in South Korea, it just opened my eyes as to the quality of instruction, the level of instruction that was possible. And then I wanted to bring that back to America so that other Americans could enjoy that kind of training. Not everybody can leave their lives and fly to Korea for that kind of training, so I wanted to bring it back to the United States and be available for them.
Wonderful. Well, this is a beautiful, do you call it studio? Facility?
Dojang. Dojang is the Korean word.
Wonderful. Say that again.
Dojang.
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 Okay.
That's the Korean word.
Mhm.
In Japanese, it's dojo. So
Okay.
it's a dojang, but I suppose you would call it a martial arts school or academy.
So tell us a little bit about what you have going on here, because I see the workout room, I see beautiful bamboo trees, there are orchids which you out in TV land cannot see, but they're beautiful here. So tell us a little bit about that.
The goal was to have a family facility, something for absolutely everybody in the family. So we have Tiger Talk program, which is for our preschoolers, starting at 2.5 years old. And then for our kids that are 5 and older, we have Taekwondo programs, also for our adults.
Mhm.
We have something for maybe our MMA type people.
Mixed martial
Mixed
arts.
martial arts, exactly. We have our Hapkido program, and more of the flipping and the throwing.
Oh, wow.
Then I felt we needed something just for the ladies, so we have a Lady Tigers program just for the women. And we have a program that's just for the families. We have, like you said, the workout room.
Mhm.
For the kids that are under 2.5, we have supervised childcare facility. We have showers, saunas, running track, really something for absolutely everybody.
Wow. So you're a full service operation.
And after 20 years of business, I found that not only I, but my students were getting older as well. And so then we opened a new program called Wing Chun, which is a form of kung fu.
I saw that sign in the door.
Yes, yes. So maybe for the little bit more mature crowd,
Okay.
as we get a little bit older.
Wonderful. So are you a black belt?
Yes.
Awesome. So we better watch out for Master Rondé.
There are many black belts here.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Tell me a little bit about your makeup. Who helps you keep this operation running day to day? Tell me a little bit about your team.
Well, you probably won't even believe me, but this school is run by students. Originally, I had to run this, of course, but part of the training of martial arts is to teach leadership. And so they're so involved with their leadership team training, they're so mature for their age,
Sure.
they're so responsible, respectable, dependable, that the school really kind of functions on its own. I have one other full-time employee who was one of my students when he was a little boy, he grew up here, and now he's a full-time employee. We have several that are part-time, but basically the school runs itself. The systems run the program.
So when you're looking to bring in a new person, you're looking at your current student base?
Of course, yes, because
Same.
they're trained, they know the school inside and out, and I know their passion for the school. Now there are exceptions. Sometimes I will bring in people of Olympic caliber, maybe from other countries, to come and teach as well.
So is this your only location?
I have one other small location out in California, and that just happened because one of my students had to move because of his employment, and he couldn't find a school that he was happy with. So we decided, you're high enough, why don't you just make your own? So he's made his own little school out in California. But other than that, we keep everything under one roof. It's such a great school that people come from probably a little further away to attend the school. So we don't really have the need to have to branch out, try to break up our team all over the place.
So any plans for expansion here in Cary or Raleigh or beyond?
Possibly when my students, when they grow up and they finish their schooling, and if this is something that they would like to do, I would surely help them do that. I would love to help them do that. But still need to wait a few years till we get a little bit older. So
And-
possibly in the future.
Okay, because it seems like you're growing here.
Well, we are growing here, and we're bringing more to this facility. So we've worked on some really big level contracts, and we're going to be bringing in more teams that we will be training under this year.
Sure. And you may have stated this, perhaps I missed it. How long have you been at this location?
We've been in here for just over 20 years.
I heard that.
I built this building in 2013. That's when we moved in.
And what's your current student enrollment?
We have thousands here.
Thousands.
We have thousands under this roof, yes.
And not just everyone is little, you have adults.
Yes, our youngest student is 2.5, and my oldest student is 72.
How about that? Now, have you seen, since you've been in this business for a while, have you seen more of an influx of women wanting to get into martial arts?
We have, but it was by design. We created that way. When I really felt that the people that I feel personally need to train more than anybody else are the ladies. And I would notice that they were sitting in the bleachers watching everybody else. So I started interviewing and asking, what is it that's preventing you from being out there with your family?
Sure.
And I came up with a program called Lady Tigers. And that is our fastest growing program. It's for women only. No boys allowed.
I understand. Now, I'm a small business owner, you're a small business owner. I am not helping clients with martial arts on the side of insurance and financial services, but since we're both small business owners, I think we do share a few common threads as far as staffing is concerned, which you told us about your model, as far as client acquisition. How are you at this present moment attracting new clients?
Is by referrals.
Okay.
So our students, our customers that are happy with the program, bring in more customers.
And it's a good sign when you're growing every week, isn't it?
Yes.
Awesome. What's your passion? What drives you?
This is my life. This is my passion. It's to see the changes that take place in someone. When they walk in the door, they look around, they're not quite sure what they're getting into, not sure that this is what they want or need, and just to see that person grow and just evolve and become empowered.
Understood.
And I'm training at this point, not just my original students that walked in the door 15, 20 years ago, I'm training their children as well.
That must be exciting to see that multi-generational.
That is very exciting. When it comes to the point where I'm teaching the grandchildren, then maybe it's time to consider retirement. But until then, I'm here.
Okay. Now, I'm going to touch a little bit on tradition because you indicated to me that it is proper tradition and against protocol to refer to you as
By using my first name and my title, Master Rondell.
Master Rondell. And it's not appropriate for me to use first and last name.
It's just, a lot of times with women, they don't use their last names. And that was because long ago, the only women that were trained in martial arts were probably married to masters themselves. So it wouldn't make sense to have a Master Kim and a Master Kim. It would just be
Sure.
confusing. So women started using their first names.
Wow.
So as long as it's done with respect, it's fine.
Okay.
But we always refer to our instructors or our senior belts as sir, no matter what their gender is. Because there is no gender. You are recognized by your hard work and your writing.
Wouldn't it be nice if it was like that?
Yes. It is a very fair system here. It's a very fair little world that we've created here.
Wonderful. And what inspired you to want to become a studio owner? What inspired you to want to get into martial arts?
I wouldn't use the word inspired. I would say scared.
Interesting.
I owned an advertising company in Detroit, and I found myself as a little girl downtown Detroit in a big city, and on several occasions needed to learn some self-defense, or wish
Sure.
I would have known some self-defense. And I originally went to the police department, and I asked, how do I get a gun? Because this apparently is going to be what I'm going to need to stay in the city. And he just said, you're a little girl, the next time that you have a gun, now the bad guy has a gun, because he's going to take it from you. or pepper spray or anything else that you might think of using as a weapon. And so that really kind of led me down a path to what can I do to protect myself and nobody can use it against me. And so that's how it started. So it wasn't really inspired, it was fear-induced, but that's how it got started. But when I saw the changes that it made in myself, security was the reason when I first joined, but after a few months and we gained some confidence, you're no longer the walking target in person. I had become a completely different person, but I had learned how to make decisions and I'm confident enough to stand up for myself. And that's why I stayed.
Wow, well, those are very good character traits that anyone needs to have. And since I'm a woman, you're a woman, I mean, it just makes sense for us to take it to another level. So you're an inspiration to many. Do you hear that a lot? Yes, it's okay to brag on yourself. That's fine. We talked about team. We talked about client acquisition. Small business owner, what are some of your challenges? Or do you have any?
We pretty much make whatever we need happen to be making happen. I would say possibly being a woman, I've had to work a little bit harder in this industry than maybe I wasn't willing,
Sure.
just to get recognized.
Sure.
But in some cases, it works to my advantage as well because I stand out a little bit. When I made the pro team in South Korea, I was not only the only woman on the team, but I was the only non-Asian on the team.
Wow.
And so I got the nickname the White Tiger. And maybe at first it started off as teasing me, but I ended up going with that. And they created a name, White Tiger in martial arts, that's known throughout the world.
I was going to ask you, what was your inspiration behind
That was
the
it,
name?
it was a nickname.
So thank you for sharing that with us. And look at what White Tiger has become.
Yes.
So it's wonderful here. Do you offer any type of free classes where people can come in and just get a look at your program to see if it's a good fit for them?
We do. People come in every day for tours. We show them classes if they want to do trial lessons. We can do that as well. A lot of times businesses will come in and they'll try it. Last week we had a bunch of realtors came in because they find that they need self-defense.
Sure.
Or wish that they knew that. And so we'll have groups that will come in and we'll do little workshops. So we're always happy to do something.
And where can the viewing public find out more information on White Tiger?
Just our website is a good place.
What's your web address?
It's White Tiger TKD. As a taekwondo.com.
WhiteTigerTKD.com.
And then of course Facebook for White Tiger Taekwondo and Martial Arts.
Okay, so you have Facebook presence as well. What's your telephone number here?
919-469-355.
And your address here on Maynard?
1605 Northwest Maynard Lane. And we're between High House and 54. Big building.